You're probably addicted to one of the less talked about but most deadliest addictions in modern times. Instagram and TikTok have you on a leash, and if you don't do something about it soon, it'll be too late. The reason social media addiction is so hard to break is because we need our phones for other more productive things. And it's so easy to just keep social media on our phone. When we've got time to waste, or when we feel like we've got time to waste, we go on it real quick, like just scroll through, and it's always the reels that get you. It's always the reels that are locking you in. It becomes a habit, and it becomes an unrecognizable habit. You don't really notice it very well. It's not very easy to notice. You don't even remember clicking on social media. You just remember scrolling through the reels, and every time you find yourself scrolling through the reels, you're like, oh shit, I've done it again. And it's so sneaky. It's a very sneaky way to keep you hooked. I think it was TikTok that introduced this short form content where you find yourself scrolling all the time. It was TikTok that introduced it, I'm pretty sure, but all the other social medias took it on board. You're just scrolling through short form content all the time. It becomes unnoticeable. Not many people talk about it being a problem when it is, because it's wasting a lot of your time, and you don't even realize it. Deleting social media doesn't really work because it's kind of like smoking. You're always counting down the days, but eventually you always end up reinstalling it. All of a sudden, they're all back on your phone and you're scrolling through the reels again. You're starting to notice that using too much social media is giving you headaches. They've got little things now where, they've had this for a while, where they've got like a game playing under the content they're actually trying to get you to consume. So they've got someone talking and they've got something like Fortnite or like Subway Surfers or something in the background playing to keep your attention, because the modern generation's attention is too messed up to pay attention to just someone talking and consume the content. They have to have something in the background to keep them watching for a little bit. That's how far we've come. That's how messed up it's starting to get. But social media companies are trying to keep it up with the modern times because they need to keep you on it. So the way to keep you on it is through short form content like that, because it is what's happening. It's the age right now that we're in. You don't even realize that it's become a problem because it's wasting a lot of your time, because it gives you quick dopamine hits. It gives you cheap, quick dopamine hits, and it's very hard to stay away from it. But that's the way you stay on it. And it would be a lot better if social media companies introduced a disable button for this short form content that you scroll through, but they're not going to do that because it's this short form content that's keeping you on their platform. The more time you spend on social media, the less time you're actually getting to experience life for what it has to offer. You want to experience life, what life has to offer, but it's very difficult to keep yourself away from your phone. It's very difficult because it's designed to keep you on it. It's got you on a leash, like I said earlier. And it's giving you headaches, it's depressing you. Social media is very easy to compare yourself to others as well. When people post their best moments in their life, they're out in a boat, they're drinking, they're laughing, they're having a good time, and you're at home working on your computer. It's very easy to compare yourself to others and feel like that they've got a better life than you, when that's not the case. They're just posting the good moments in their life. This has been a problem for a while though. People have always been comparing themselves on social media, and it's starting to really detach you when it shouldn't. Because a lot that's on social media is, you gotta understand, it's that people post the best parts of their life. They don't post what goes on behind the scenes, all right? They post the best parts of their life because they want you to think they've got a fantastic life. They want everyone to think they've got a fantastic life because it gives them an ego boost. So that's two things you have to take into account. What happens on social media, what people usually post on social media, are the highlights of their life. It's something they've gone out on a boat, they're out in the harbour, they're having a good time, they're drinking. This happens once a year for them. It's not an often occurrence. This happens every now and then, right? But they post the good parts to make it look like that they're doing this all the time when they're not. This is one concern of social media. This is just one concern. And the other concern I was talking about earlier is the short form content that you continuously scroll through, wasting your time, and it's giving you headaches. These are two problems that social media are causing for you. Now, there's a lot of uses social media has. It can be very useful in productivity. You need to contact people. All right, it's it's very hard to be in contact with people these days without social media, right? So it's a very tricky one. Because all that productive stuff is what's keeping you on the platforms. I mean, if it was just the reels and scrolling through all that other crap that was on it and it didn't have any particular good uses, then you would have no reason to have it. You're just like, oh, I don't need this anymore, and you'd stop. But the apps do have other good uses, and that's part of the issue. There's pros and cons to social media, as there is for everything. But you need to try and find a way to work around these pros and cons. One thing I would suggest to do is download an app on your phone, one that blocks social media. So don't delete social media off your phone. It doesn't work. I've tried it. Don't delete social media off your phone, but download an app that blocks it for a certain amount of time during the day when you need other things done. And your screen time and your social media usage will start to decrease the more and more you get used to this. And you'll find yourself starting to feel a lot more attention. You're paying a lot more attention to your surroundings. You'll find yourself not scrolling through these short form content way too much. When the time is on and the social media is blocked, you'll have something productive for yourself to do. Write something down productive for yourself to do and actually do it within that time frame while your social media is blocked. Whether it's study for an assessment, get an assessment done, get some work done, anything like that. Right? Just find something productive to do while your social media is blocked. The best way to be more productive is to block social media. Use one of those apps like I told you to. Write down what you need to get done that's productive, or something you need to work on, something you need to fix, anything that's moving you forward, anything that pushes you forward, something productive. Read a book, do an activity, anything like that. Get some work done while your social media is blocked. Block it for 2 to 3 hours a day, and then work your way up to more and more time off it. You'll notice once you do this, your productivity rate does start to increase when you set yourself goals and tasks to do while it's blocked. Because if you just keep it deleted off your phone all the time, as I said before, it's like smoking. You start to just, if you go cold turkey with it, it's not going to work as well. Not everyone can. Maybe you can, I don't know, but not everyone can. So the best thing you can do is block it for a certain amount of hours during the day. During those certain amount of hours, you find something productive to do. Get some work done, read a book, go do an activity, anything along those lines. Go for a walk, anything, exercise, go to the gym. Find something productive to do while your social media is blocked, and you will find that you are getting a lot more stuff done and are getting a lot more results. And it works out a lot better for you, because scrolling is wasting your time. And you even set things for yourself to do for the day. You may be someone who sets something productive for yourself to do during the day, but it's social media that keeps your time all messed up. It's social media that's wasting all your time. That's why you don't get things done. But set yourself something to do while it is blocked for 2 or 3 hours. Set yourself something to do during this time period, and you will find that it works a lot easier. You'll find it a lot easier to do something productive during this period of time. Because if you just delete it, it's not going to work. Going cold turkey is very difficult to do. Some people can do it, but it's very difficult to go cold turkey. You need to set a certain period of time, find that productive thing you want done, get that productive thing done, and after it's done, then you can go back on social media. Trust me when I tell you that it will be you'll find it a lot easier to get things done doing it like this. Don't go cold turkey. Don't keep it on your phone and set tasks while it's still on your phone. You'll either get sick of going cold turkey and re-download it and it'll become a mess again, or you'll have it on your phone, you'll set some stuff to do for that day, and then you will never end up doing it. So this is a good median solution. It's worked for me, and I'll suggest it for you now, but it is a good median solution. So the 3 things to remember are: download an app that will block your social media for a certain period of time, 2 to 3 hours, right? During that period of time, set yourself something productive to do. Work, exercise, anything along those lines. And after the apps have been blocked for those 2 to 3 hours, then you can go back on social media. Don't go cold turkey, it won't work. It usually won't work. And then you can find yourself spending more and more time off it, the more longer your tasks become, and the more amount of hours you spend off it, the more amount of hours you block it for. You just work your way up. Anyway, thank you for watching this video. If you got any video recommendations for the future, let me know. And I'll see you next time. Subscribe.